What's going on, guys? PlotArmorCards in the house, and today I'm back with another Yu-Gi-Oh Master Duel deck and a couple of duels with that deck. So I just went ahead and made a Utopia deck. Obviously, it's not perfect. It's missing a lot of the Onomot cards, which are all URs, so I don't have the capability of just grabbing them right now. But I think even without the URs, it's not a bad deck, as you'll see. So what I'm running is 2 copies of Kage. Hopefully I said that right. Kage. 2 copies of 10 Goldfish, 1 copy of ZW Asura Strike, 3 copies of Zubaba Ncho Gaga Coat. I suck at saying these names. These are terrible. 3 copies of Dodo Dwarf Go Glove. For sure, you need 3 copies of ZS Arm Sage. For sure, you need 3 copies of ZS Ascended Sage. I play 1 copy of Astrotopia. I play 1 copy of ZW Lightning Blade. I play 1 copy of ZW Tornado Bringer. I play 1 copy of ZW Eagle Claw, which, by the way, I would switch out, and I would probably use 2 copies of ZW Pegasus Twin Saber. But I want to make sure I get the Onomot cards in here, too, so we'll see how it ends up being in the future, right? I play 1 copy of Raigeki, just for removal. I play 1 copy of Pot of Avarice. I haven't really needed it, but I have this deck, a similar version of this deck, a little bit better, though, in real life, and Pot of Avarice does come in very handy, so it's pretty cool to get Pot of Avarice so you can shuffle your cards. Shining Draw, again, this is another card I would switch out. Play 3 copies of Rank Up Magic Zexal Force. This card is pretty good in this deck. 1 copy of Zexal Construction. I only have 1. I would run more if I had him. I play 1 copy of Zexal Interest. Sorry, not 1. 2 copies of Zexal Interest. I also play 1 copy of Rising Sun Slash. Again, this is another card I would switch out. I would want 3 copies of XYZ Change Tactics for sure. I would probably switch this out for that. I also play 1 copy of Double or Nothing, 1 copy of XYZ Import, which this card I feel is pretty underrated, guys. This card is pretty good at just stealing your opponent's monsters, that and just interrupting their combos and just ruining what they do. I play 3 copies of Waboku. You don't really need this in this deck, but because I lack certain cards still, I run 3 copies of this. I also play 1 copy of Numbers Protection, which I never need anyway, so once I get the proper deck, what do you call it? Proper cards, then I would probably switch out all the trap cards as well. I play 2 copies of Utopia. If you have 3, run 3. I play 1 copy of Utopia Double. I play 1 copy of ZS Utopic Sage. 1 copy of ZW Leo Arms. I play 1 copy of C39 Utopia Ray V. I play 2 copies of Ultimate Dragonic Utopia Ray. This card is really dope in this deck. I love using this card. I know Double or Nothing and Utopia Double combo is really dope, but honestly, I love using Ultimate Dragonic Utopia Ray. So I also like to play 1 copy of ZW Dragonic Halberd, and I like to play 1 copy of Ultimate Leo Utopia Ray. Now, obviously, I don't have an entire extra deck. To make up for that, you can pretty much put in any rank 4 extra deck monsters, but I'm still working on it. There's enough Utopia support to build an entire extra deck. I just haven't gotten the correct cards yet. So when I get them, they'll be in there. So for this first duel, I had probably the best hand I've had in a very long time with this deck. So I get ZS Ascended Sage, ZS Arm Sage, and okay, but let's go to what he's doing. He uses Fusion Destiny right off the bat, and he gets Summon Destiny Hero Dominius, I think it's called, and then he uses Vision Hero Faris. He's going into heroes, so I was going into this thinking, well, this is gonna suck. I'm probably gonna lose, right? But that's not happening at all. So I get ZS Ascended Sage and Armed Sage, so that allows me to special summon both of them, and then right after that I can normal summon both of these using 10 Goldfish. So I get the opportunity to summon 2 Utopia monsters, so it's not bad. And then he gets to add another Dark Calling, so then he's gonna banish from his graveyard in order to special summon Evil Hero Malicious Bane. And when Malicious Bane comes out, that's when I'm usually concerned, because this card can do a lot of damage to you. And then he just keeps going off with combos. He can poly again. And then he polys both of those, increase and that one in order to summon Dangerous. And I'm just thinking, well, there's not much I can do, right? But I was horribly wrong. Not horribly wrong, but happily wrong. So I special summon both the Ascended Sage and Armed Sage, and then I immediately go into Utopia. Now, I was being a little cautious just in case he had a negate, so I'm going to use both of their effects in order to add the respective cards to my hands. So I add ZW Lightning Blade, and then I add another copy of Rank Up Magic Zexal Force. So then I immediately use my Rank Up Magic Zexal Force on my Utopia to summon Ultimate Dragonic Utopia Ray. Now I mostly summoned this to bait at first, just to make sure he didn't have any like negates or anything to get rid of him. So then I summon both of these, which allows me to go straight into Utopia Double, and you guys know what's coming next, right? So I detach a material, add double or nothing, and then special summon Utopia. So when Utopia's on the field now, it has 5 grand. So now I also, since he's not going to do anything, right, I can just use my Lightning Blades effect from my hand in order to attach a material to this, and when it's attached, I can attack this, which allows me to attack everything on the field. And Utopia's attacking, so I negate its effect, then use double or nothing, so it has 10 grand in attack. He lost 71 from that, which isn't bad, right? But then I can attack with this. So instant OTK. This is a good combo. This is a great hand. So this next duel, this one is not. I want to mention that I usually hate drawing ZW Eagle Claw because this is a card I don't even want in the deck to begin with, right? And I'm not too familiar with Pendulum monsters. I don't like pendulums at all. I'll let you guys know that now. So I never even tried to play them, and usually when they come up, I hate it so much. But so this guy's using pendulums, and I can't even tell you what he's doing because I'm not familiar enough with pendulums. But I have Astrotopia and I have Zia Ascended Sage. So my plan was to special summon Ascended Sage and then normal summon Astrotopia. But then he goes to XYZ summoning Time Star Magician, detaches a material to add 1 Dark Spellcaster type monster to his hand, and then he sets 1 and ends. So it didn't seem like he had the best hand. Or if he did, maybe this isn't the best deck. So I go right into Raigeki. Then I special summon this, and then I can set my Webaku, because if I had set my Webaku beforehand, this wouldn't have worked. Ascended Sage wouldn't have worked. So next I'll play XYZ Change Tactics before I go into my XYZ summoning. And then Change Tactics allow me to pay 500 life points to draw another card. And then my material allows me to add rank up to my hand. So I'm going to rank up into Ultimate Dragonic Utopia Ray, which is my favorite combo in the world. And then this allows me to add this to my hand. I drew into that, actually. But that was a good combo because the rank up spell allows me to put 1 on top of my deck, and this allowed me to draw. So I immediately could do that. And then when I attach this to my Utopia Ray, I can attach this from my deck. So not bad. And then this allows me to negate something, and then this allows me to cards you control cannot be destroyed by opponent's card effects. So not bad. Can't be destroyed by opponent's card effects. So I like to run this just because they give extra attack power as well, but they also give me with different negates. And then since I had 3 Webakus, why not use it, right? I'm not going to risk getting destroyed. So I'm waiting for him to finish his combos, but he can't necessarily do anything to me, correct? Because if he uses an effect, I'm going to negate it. My card can't be destroyed by card effects. And then I played Webaku, so it can't be destroyed by battle either. But for it to be destroyed by battle, he'd have to have something higher attack than 47,000. And I didn't know if he had that. But he's summoning a bunch of stuff, and then he targets my Ultimate Dragonic Utopia Ray, which sets off its effect. Because when it's targeted, I can attach another ZW monster straight from my deck. So then I attach my other ZW card, and then it gains its attack as well. It gains 1,300 attack. Now it has 6,000 attack, and he's popping off his combos. Dark Lion Dragon. That thing's dope, by the way. He can't target me now, so even summoning number 101 is kind of useless. Next, I drew Pot of Avarice. I don't really need it right now, but I set another Webaku, and I use this thing's effect. I can detach a material and negate all of his cards' effects on the field, equal to the number of face-up monsters that are attached to him. So, not bad. And then it goes to his turn, so I'm immediately going to play another Webaku, right? But first, he's going to use his Max C. I don't know why he's using Max C on his turn when he has 1 card in his hand, but I'm sure he has a bunch of other combos he can pop off. I don't know this deck too well. And then after he sees he can't really do anything, he calls it a game. He calls it a game. And this is another one where I had the ZW Eagle Claw in my hand. It's not a card I'd like, and I had nothing else that I can even do. This was a terrible hand. So I just went ahead and set Zubaba Chogaga Coat. And then all I see is that he just has Witch of the Black Forest. So it probably would have been better for me to summon in attack mode, right? And so I kind of messed up there. But to be fair, it probably would have been better to play defensively. I just didn't know he had such a weak monster. So I draw 10 Goldfish, and I'm going to need it to special summon into the level 4. So I'm hoping that I draw one next. So I just end. So I'm going to let him do his thing. Based on that weak monster he drew, I didn't think he'd have anything that strong. So I'm willing to take a little bit of damage in order to win the next turn, or win in however many turns it's needed. So then he's just attacked me directly with both his monsters. And then I was reading my cards, and then I realized ZW Eagle Claw can special summon itself now that his life point's higher than mine. And then, so he uses his effect to destroy it right away. So now I can just pop off my combos with no worry whatsoever. So normal summon, special summon, and then I go straight into Utopia. And then I have a rank up in my hand. And he tries to activate his trap card to destroy my my rank up card. And he does. He destroys my rank up card. But lucky for me, I had 2 in my hand. So I just go ahead and activate the second one. I'm going to go straight into Ultimate Dragonic Utopia Ray. And then I'm going to attach my Lightning Blade to it. Now, I don't know what his face down is, but I wanted to be very careful about it, so I made sure that I got ZW Pegasus Twin Saber in order to negate monster effects. And then I negated his effects, and then just because I have ZW Sword Strike, I can attack all his monsters at once. So pretty easy W there. It should have been an OTK had I had proper cards in my hand, but I didn't. But I still won, so not a problem. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching my Master Duel Utopia deck build, as well as a couple duels with it. Obviously, this deck still needs a lot of improvement, but that will come soon in another video. Hopefully, I can get that to you guys soon. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. And oh my goodness, look at the time.
It's time to duel!